Hi guys, Squirrel here, and welcome back to our little City Skylines 2 playthrough. This is Meridian. This is our city that we're building, just started. This is episode 2, and as I said in episode 1, we are role-playing this, therefore we're coming at it from a perspective of greedy colonialists are in charge. So the city design is based on that, not what I would do, what they would do. And to that end, we have a little commerce zone going on here. We have the workers packed away in some grid-like dirt track housing, and the so-called rich folk are over here enjoying the spoils and getting all the workers to do the work, and this is the industrial bit. Now, we have unlocked a few things, and we can see a few icons popping up just to indicate some problems. One of them is lack of labor. That's because we've now unlocked medium density demand residency, this row stuff here, medium density row. So we're going to start thinking about building more homes of medium density, which is perfect for these kind of workers. So we could immediately expand, or we could just replace what we have. So I think we're going to do the latter. We'll get some row housing going. This is far too low dense for what they should be doing. So we'll do this. There will be some population adjustment. So while it's doing that, we'll also get in a little bit of commerce, because we've got a little bit of commerce demand. So we'll just pop that in here. I'm not going to worry too much about the design at this stage. I will get into more design stuff later. But for now, we'll just try and keep it relatively simple. Maybe like that. That'll do. Right, so just looking around and thinking about expansion. This is quite a flat area here. And again, I don't know what resources might lie around. But this looks like a really good place to build out a lot of the housing, the worker population. Get them working at the industry there, and maybe some shopping here. Obviously, the industry can't stay here. Ultimately, it's too small. You know, it's going to have to expand. And I'd like to get the rulers, should we call them that? The rich people. I'd like to get them off here. They want to be away from the workers, so they want to probably occupy some of the nicer places around. And also, we can see the shipping lanes that are running through here. So shipping will become important at some point. This bridge, this is obviously given to us. At some point, I probably want to replace this junction coming through here. I'd like to elevate this highway and just keep it elevated all the way through. So at the moment, it goes to ground and then the bridge is elevated. What I'll probably do is elevate the highway through here and then drop down to the roads. And that gives us a bit more building room underneath, because given that we've got lots of little islands, I think we need all the building room we can get. Therefore, keeping the highways elevated as it passes through is going to give us some more land back, some more building space underneath. I don't like the way this goes through here either. But that's not for now. So let's start off by grabbing some tiles over here. We definitely want that one, which means we're going to have to get that one. And probably, well, one of these two should do it. We'll grab those three. That's all we can buy. Just those three. That'll let us expand in that direction. We'll probably extend that road shortly. We are getting some problems with lack of labour we need to deal with. We've also got healthcare to deal with. If we hover down here, it says unreliable healthcare. So we could bring in some healthcare, but we're also losing money, and we don't have access to taxation system yet. But we're okay for cash, so we'll just we'll start investing. We'll build a medical clinic. Obviously, we want it near the rich people, but they are going to be moving soon. So probably the best thing is going to be to keep it somewhere central. Because if we are going to build the workers out that way, although the workers will need medical care, obviously the rich people are a higher priority. So you want to keep it nearer to them. So I think what we'll do is we'll just kind of use this space here for now. We'll grab a bit of land just here, perhaps. Maybe along there. And then we'll put our little medical clinic just down here somewhere. That'll do. Okay, that should give them access to healthcare. Right, let's build this area out. We're going to go for this kind of medium density housing as well as low density, but we're going to try and pack the workers in. So I'm going to build out this infrastructure and keep it nice and grid based so we get maximum density. Right, so that is the new housing estate for the workers. You can see I've made it very grid-like, very compact. We'll start to add stuff as the demand picks up here. We've only got low density, so I've just snuck them in there. In terms of healthcare coverage, you can see it's good enough. It's good enough for the workers. It's getting a bit orange over here, but that's fine. We've got a main road that goes through them, but it's only a 2-lane. Maybe they'll get a 4-lane at some point if they need it. Right now we need some more industry and especially commerce, so we'll basically expand these roads out here. We'll do another grid and expand that like that. Oh, you look at that. What a scumbag. Right, I have to delete that road and fix that. We can't leave it like that. There we go. That's better. Okay, so commerce, we'll bring in some here. We don't want to have too much commerce in one area, otherwise we'll start to get worker shortages, but for now we should be okay. We'll just spec them out. We'll probably change theme as well just to make things a bit different. And of course with commerce comes industry, so we need to drop some industry in. And that should be that. Right, now we just sit back and wait till they grow a little bit. Right, so you can see there's a bit more demand for workers here, but only low density, not road density. We'll keep the road density for down here. At the back here, we'll just stick with some low density housing. We just need the city to grow, really. Okay, that's all built out. Commerce demand is back up again, so we are going to need more shops. However, we've just unlocked milestone 2, which gives us another 4 tiles and 2 upgrade points, which is absolutely beautiful. So let's have a look at those. So in terms of our development points, we always have options here. You know, we want to unlock roundabouts or advanced road services. We go down power plant routes. There's so many options. Education. We are going to have to start educating our workers, particularly the rich people's workers. Not so much the work. We've got to keep some uneducated and some educated. So ideally you want these guys to go to school, but we need to grow the population a bit of these guys as well, because they're all low density. Relative to that population, they're quite small. So in terms of what we're going to get first, I think we'll go down the road of... Should we do water treatment? No, they don't care about that. The mayor doesn't care about water treatment. Roundabouts are good. Advanced road services give us traffic light options. I don't think we need those right now, but some roundabout options might be useful, so we'll get that for a point. And in terms of tileage, we could unlock another 4 tiles if we need it, but frankly I don't know where we want to go yet. I'd rather wait until we can see the natural resource options available. So we'll wait till we get that. What we can do is just expand this area here. In fact, we need to flatten that land out first. Smooth that up. And we'll just create an extension there like that. And then we'll also cut across it. We're going for grid at the moment. We won't always go grid. Later on we'll start to do more styling, particularly in the rich areas. But for now, this will suffice. Just to try and build this up as best as possible. And we've also got waiting for hearse. We don't have any death care right now. We don't have any cemeteries or anything like that. But that's fine for now. We can't keep it like that. But we are still losing money. And until we get taxation, we can't really adjust. Oh, we get taxation now. Here we go. So that we can start ramping up some rates now. So we're going to start immediately by putting these on 12% to try and at least balance the books. We'll see how we get on with that. Production we can't access yet. Okay, so look, we need lack of labor, so we need a lot more workers over here. In theory, they can walk from here to here. However, I think we probably need to help them. By just giving a little footpath there, just to allow them to walk from here to here. But that points to more housing needed, effectively. We're building this up piece by piece. We're gradually replacing it with medium density. We'll do those inner ones now. We could, in fact, expand this zone a little bit and just come out that bit. So I think we'll do that, actually. We'll grab that tile, not that one. Grab that tile. And that will allow us to create some more homes over here. So flatten this out and build it out a bit. Okay, the town is growing rapidly. We are already up to 1,200 population. We're now in the black, as it were. We are earning money. It's great. The only thing they're unhappy with is lack of education and what they perceive to be high taxes, but that's minimal. They'll always complain about taxes, like who doesn't? However, we do have some, well, issues brewing here, not least of which this industrial area is more or less out of space. We can't really build down there. It's way too hilly. This is doing okay. This is building out relatively nicely. We are having a parking issue. You can see the parking that's going on along all of the roads. So we want to really try and unlock some parking. So if we look under our road network, we've got parking areas for 2 points. We have 2 available. I really do think we need to go for parking areas just to solve some parking issues that I can already see. Commerce is in demand. Industry is in demand. And, you know, we've got enough people for now, I think. So it's just a case of figuring out where's best to put some parking. Wherever we see lots and lots of cars is usually a pretty good sign that we need some parking. My guess is that all these people parking here probably live here because they can't park anywhere. So although we've got the workers packed up on dirt roads, we do need to help them out in terms of parking. So we need to put some parking lanes down somewhere. We've got small parking lots, but they're quite big. But I think we're going to have to bite the bullet and trash those homes and replace them with a parking lot, just so that everybody wins. We'll put it on facing that side. We'll put a few of them down like that. That should help them out a little bit. And then this is a slope down, but we probably want to think about how these people connect to here. Because if they are parking there, well, the very least they want to do is be able to walk up like that to their parking, where they've parked the car on the road. We can't specify any parking costs yet. You can charge them for parking on the street, but quite frankly, until you've given them an alternative, it doesn't seem sensible to do that, even if we could. But it is something to bear in mind that all these people down here literally have nowhere to park because of the cheap dirt roads. Which does mean that we have to provide integrated parking wherever we do build these things. We'll shut one down here, and we'll shut one down here. And, of course, XP generates milestones. So now we've unlocked something else. So now we've unlocked more loan limit. We can budget our services. We've got livestock and stone mining. Fire and rescue, firehouse and police. So that's stuff to deal with. I still don't think we've got access to, yes, we do have natural resources. So now we can start to look at where we can have the workers specialize. And I can see straight away that we built right on top of fertile land, which is just typical. We could perhaps chuck a little field in there, possibly here actually. Well, yeah, we can get specialized industry right there. I think that'd be okay. Little farmland, maybe there. Over here where the industry is, we've also got fertile ground. We could potentially farm that as well. We've got ore deposits where these homes are, and a massive ore deposit down here if you want to generate ore. And later on, we could look at to generate oil here, but all that heavy industry near where people are living could make them sick. But the colonists don't really care about such things. This bit here where they're currently living could also be turned into... They're going to move away from there anyway, so we could exploit that. Let's try and see if we can access this area here with a specialized industry. Only be a small farm, but I think it's worthwhile having. What we could do is bring a little dirt road off this thing, off the roundabout here. Bring it out to like there somewhere. Preferably in a straight line. And then if we look to flatten this land around here, just turn that on temporarily. Then we can build more or less up to the backyard here. Like I say, it won't be a massive farm, but it's still a farm. And that will help produce local food for the growing workforce. What we'll do is we'll stick... Actually, no, we'll leave it like that. That's fine. So we go down to specialized industry. We can grow livestock. I was thinking of growing a field, but I can't do a field until we get Grand Village. You see, livestock can be set up anywhere, so we can't make the grain farm yet. We could set up a livestock farm, but that's going to be a grain farm, so I can't do it yet until we unlock the next milestone, so that will have to wait for now. In that case, then, we probably want to think about where to put another industry. Now, we did say that the wind is blowing in that direction, so we do need to be wary of that. I think we're going to have to expand over here somewhere with some more industry. Although, if I remember, wasn't that... There was farmland down there as well. That's not too bad. As long as we don't get them too close to this, the industry will be able to live along here just fine, and these can provide the workforce. In fact, with residents here, having an industrial outer is not a bad idea, except anything here is going to blow into that. But on the north side here, I think we'll be absolutely fine to put industry, so we'll unlock that tile. In fact, we'll unlock both of them. And we'll sculpt some ground here and get some industry going. Right, so what I've done is I've flattened this area down here, and I've upgraded, I've driven a medium road right the way through the center of this residential estate, on the basis that industry tends to generate a lot of traffic, so it's going to go smashing through there, so the dirt track wasn't going to work. I've left this bit for now because we know that we'll probably have to buy that when we can get farmland. We'll get that going over here at some point, get some grain. This will do as industry. It's quite well linked. I've linked it over to here as well, just so that these workers can travel this way if they feel like it. They will also need some parking. They've got some parking for them, but not for these guys. So we'll probably need to stick a parking bay up around this sector. Maybe a bigger one like that, just so they've got somewhere to park. This, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet, but we'll scope this out for industry. I've got some high rent complaints going on over here. The land value is still quite low. The building value is low as well, so I'm not sure why they're complaining yet. It could just be a tax problem, but until I can specify an area... Oh, I can do it now, actually. No, we can't. District creation tool. Next milestone. We can create a district around that, and then we can see what the problem is. But for now, we're just going to scope this out as industry, and we'll give people some more jobs. We should see that come down. There we go. And of course, they'll want some more housing, etc. The land value of this might go up later, but for now, the fact they're paying high rent means they basically want more affordable homes. And so the real solution to that is to just build some row housing. That usually sorts them out because they can move out of there. Generally what happens is if there's only spacious homes available, which you can kind of see that there is, they can't, you know, some people can't afford to pay it because they're low income and they need a smaller home or a better job. And the ways around that are to either educate them so they can get better paid jobs or just create smaller homes. When it comes to low density, one good trick is to create lots of little homes like this, and then that way they've got options about where they live, because not everybody needs a big plot. The bigger the plot, the more squares it takes, the higher the rent, etc. So just give them some alternatives to move out to if they need to. But yeah, I think we're going to have to leave it there, guys. So that's it for the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed that one. City's coming along nicely. The next video, the mayor is going to have to think about building a school and possibly dealing with all this rubbish. And we have no provision for fire or policing right now, so crime will start to increase. Got a lot to tackle in the next one, but the population's growing. We're up to 2.3 million, turning a profit, and we've gone up to 1,600. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Give me a thumbs up if you are. Until the next one, take care, guys. Happy building.